Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd with a review for you, Black Nerd Reviews. Aladdin. I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the bad, I'm gonna give you the nerdy. All right, let me just preface this by saying this. If you have a strong hatred towards the live action Disney remake, which is a very fair way to feel because it is a very weird thing and I'm not a fan of all of them myself. Look, man, if you hate these types of movies, you're probably gonna hate this one. Like, there's nothing new about this that's gonna make you go, okay, now I'm on the live action Disney remake train. I can't just base the movie off of just that alone. I gotta see what I got, you know? So let's just go with what we got here. But I was nervous about Aladdin because, you know, Aladdin, I grew up on Aladdin. That's my baby. But I thought about it. I've actually seen a lot of Aladdin. Yes, the original movie for sure is a classic. Beautiful animation. Robin Williams as the genie. Princess Jasmine. I really like me some Princess Jasmine. Don't make it weird, Andre. But Aladdin was definitely during that time at Disney where if something was really good, it had to become franchise, even if it was just one movie. So Aladdin had sequels, they had the animated series, they had video games on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, different games. They have a Broadway musical. They used to have a show at Disney California Adventure. And the reason why I specifically bring up the California Adventure show and the Broadway musical is that's kind of what I was comparing this Aladdin movie to more than the original animated movie. Like, it feels like the vibe of this is a big budget version of those stage shows. And for that reason, and for some other reasons, I like this movie. I was worried walking in. I was like, I don't know, man. Aladdin's a high bar. And trust me, it don't meet the bar. It can't meet the bar. It's not possible for it to meet the bar. But for the bar it got to, it's a chill bar. I'm cool with this bar. Okay, look, I'm not trying to make any judgment on Beauty and the Beast, but when I was watching Beauty and the Beast and when I heard people talk about Beauty and the Beast, I always got this vibe, the energy of it, of like, well, this is your new Beauty and the Beast. I mean, yeah, you got that old Beauty and the Beast, and that's cute, but like, this is the new Beauty and the Beast. This is the Emma Watson, CGI Beast, Beauty and the Beast, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna watch this and not even worry about that other beast anymore. And I was like, nah, I can't roll with that. Like, I think I'm gonna just stick with my original. Aladdin is more like, look, you know why I'm here, I know why I'm here, and we know we never gonna top what you already got. So at least while we're here, let's just have a good time. And I appreciate that. Like, you know how some of the other Disney live action remakes feel like they need to add a little bit more serious tone to the film? This one keeps the lighthearted energy that is reminiscent of its past entries, as opposed to trying to feel like it has to be this grittier version of Aladdin. It's fun, it's energetic, the characters are good. First part of the movie is a little like, oh boy, what's going on here? But then as the movie progresses, it seems to work out really good. Throughout the course of the movie, it really starts to figure out that nice balance between doing what the original beats had, but also kind of being your own thing. And I think that's when the movie works best. It felt like something that would have been made for the Wonderful World of Disney. If you remember those blocks of time that used to be on television, but like with a bunch more money. It's just saying, hey, here's a new interpretation and let's just have a good time. And I had a good time. Deal with it. And I think a lot of it that helps is this cast. Man, Mina Masood, you know, I was like, how is this Aladdin gonna work out? I don't know that much about this guy. And I don't know, man, something about that smile, that charm, and that swagger he got. I was like, yeah, I see you. You Aladdin. He and the stunt team or whoever, they do all this cool stuff with him where he's like bouncing off of the tops of buildings and jumping around and flipping around. It's basically Aladdin parkour. And then there's Naomi Scott. Okay, how do I do this? Like I said, Princess Jasmine is one of my favorite Disney princesses. You got a Power Ranger playing her. I did the Power Ranger press junket, so I got to talk to her in person. So I'm trying to be as professional as possible about this. So let me just say that I like her performance and I liked how she looked in the movie. Can you excuse me for a second? God dang, man! I mean, seriously, I'm trying to be professional right now. But dang, you got Jasmine up in here with these dresses walking around and her expressions on her face, and then she sings her own song, all speechless! And I'm like, dang, Jasmine! Dang, every time she's on the screen, I can't take my eyes off her because, god dang, she's just, whoa! So like I was saying, yeah, she does a really good job in the movie. I thought she did really well. They added a song for her that was really cool, and she does a great job with that performance. And she just really encapsulates that you know, strong energy of Jasmine. All right, let's talk about the blue elephant in the room. Will Smith as the Genie. Look, there is no way possible to replace the magic that is Robin Williams. Can't be done. When they first announced Will Smith, I was like, that's probably a good choice because you need somebody that's kind of a larger than life personality, different enough that we're not going to compare them to Robin Williams. I think trying to put any other comedian specifically in that role, you might want to start doing those comparisons, but Will Smith is just so Will Smith that you're just like, okay, that works out. There are a few times that the movie tries to make Will Smith as the Robin Williams Genie, and that's when it doesn't really feel right. But when Will Smith is full Will Smith in it in this movie, that's actually when it works best with him as the Genie, because then it starts to feel like a very unique Genie. And again, feels more reminiscent to the Broadway show Genie, which allows me to sort of accept that a lot more than thinking of it as like the Robin Williams Genie. This is probably one of my favorite roles that I have seen him do that's a little bit different than what I usually see of Will Smith. Yes, he's got his usual ha-ha, woo stuff going on, but he also brings a different energy to this that I have to say I haven't seen at least in some of his more recent movies. Like, this feels like a new energetic Will Smith, maybe because of the fact that he was playing this character, maybe because of that pressure that this is such an iconic role that he has to make sure he has to make it his own, and I dug it. And the CGI is fine. Oh my God. And of course, there's a lot of times in the movie, especially when Aladdin becomes Prince Ali, where he's just Will Smith in Genie clothes. But they do add a couple of new characters, including Nasim Pedrad as Jasmine's handmaiden. Can you excuse me one more second? Okay, movie, this is not fair. You already got Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, and then you gonna add Nasim Pedrad looking just as fine. There's too much fine in this movie. I'm trying to be professional, talking about this family film, but you're just giving me too much fine. There's just too much fine in this movie. Why everybody gotta look so good? Even Aladdin, I'm like, hey, bruh, woo! I thought her character was very funny and hilarious, and I loved a lot of the lines that she said, so that was cool too. Musical numbers, they're not gonna be the same as the originals, of course, but they work for me. Some work better than others. A Friend Like Me, I thought was really great. Like, there was actually applause. And I liked their rendition of A Whole New World. For me, all the musical numbers were still entertaining. Obviously, again, not going to compare to what we got originally. But again, some of these songs have been done before by other artists, other interpretations, other shows like California Adventure and Broadway. So, it's fine. However, if you've always been interested in what a rap version of Friend Like Me sounds like, stay for the credits. Hey man, you gotta be hip for the youth, I guess. Now for the bad. It's a remake. It's never gonna compare to the animation. It's just hard to not be like, I've seen the animated ones. It's gonna be really impossible to not separate those things. For what I got, I enjoyed, but I'm still gonna always remember that. Obviously, being able to animate that entire world as opposed to having CG where you might be a little bit more limited, that kind of thing was in my brain a few times. Especially because the movie decided to use CG in some places, like this extended action sequence that came out of nowhere with Iago. But then you'd have something like A Whole New World where you're like, here come the dolphins. Oh no, it's just the top of the dolphins. We're not gonna go full dolphin right now. They're just gonna see the little tops of them. Okay. So the actor that played Jafar, I thought was good, but I felt like that they did Jafar a little weird because Jafar wasn't villain, of course, but there was still a little bit of I don't know, je sais quoi, a little bit of energy to him. He even had some fun moments. He even had a song, a little reprise of Prince Ali. Like, that's not in the movie. They just kind of went full villain mode with Jafar. Maybe they thought that some of the more humorous, lighthearted side of Jafar wouldn't work as well in the live action version like it did in the animated version. Can't help but feel like that there maybe was a little bit holding back on Jafar and they could have probably done a little bit more with him. Okay, this is a weird one, and maybe if you've seen musical movies more than I have, maybe you know about this already, but there were a couple of times in the movie where it got sped up. It usually happened during musical sequences, so I'm wondering if it was one of those things where maybe the tempo of the song was slower when they first recorded it, but then ended up being faster by the time they made the movie, but the stuff was already shot, so they had to like speed up a little bit of the movie to make it fit the tempo of the new version of the song. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of as the possible reason, but there's a couple of parts where it's going to be very evident that someone hit fast forward.
And they're going to be like,
and this one is super weird for me, but I just noticed it for some reason. They use the word monkey a lot. Like, whenever they're talking about Abu, they just always seem to want to throw the word monkey out as much as possible. His little monkey hands. Where's that monkey? Why do you keep saying monkey so much? Is that like a funny word to you? It gets used a lot. Do not do a drinking game where you drink every time this movie says monkey. You'll die. And now for the nerdy. There's a picture that's drawn that looks like the original Genie and Sultan and Aladdin. There's a Disneyland reference because Disney. No Gilbert Godfrey as Iago. This time we get Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk is just, I guess, gonna continue being birds for Disney now. He was the chicken in the Moana, and now he's the parrot in this movie. They say monkey a lot, but they don't say parrot a bunch of times. Isn't parrot a funny word too? Parrot, parrot, parrot. I also like that they got Frank Welker, voice actor, to reprise his role as Abu and Raja and the Cave of Wonders, which is amazing. I'm just like the whole time going, that's Megatron. Oh man, Aladdin just walked inside the mouth of Fred from Scooby-Doo. There's a scene in the movie where the genie runs really, really fast and he leaves this blue streak behind him. And there's even certain points where they have different poses of the genie of where he was when he ran fast in a circle. And I'm like, Disney, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta make the genie look better than Sonic the Hedgehog? That's dirty, Disney. You already own half of Hollywood. You gotta rub it in on Sonic right there. Just literally have a scene where your blue character looks better than their blue character. That's messed up, Disney. That's messed up. Is this movie needed? No. But did I like it? Yes. It was entertaining. It gave us a great new performance from Will Smith. It gave us some great diverse cast of really good actors who I could see now being like, you're a star, kid. Dang! It just made me smile the entire time. I actually had a good time with this. I really did. Nothing is going to compare to the original Aladdin. Nothing's going to compare to the Robin Williams performance, but I'm not going to sit here and be cynical and act like I didn't have a good time having seen this movie. I'm gonna be real with you. I've already seen it twice. Aladdin for me kind of fills the same spot the Jungle Book did of I can watch the animated version and I can watch the live action remake and enjoy them for different reasons. Like I would totally do a double feature of both Aladdins. For real. I can't say that about some of the other ones. There's some technical things, some logistical things I'm like, eh. And of course, the idea that it's even existing as a live action Disney remake. So that's why I can't give it a full love a lot for that reason. I'm going to give this a tender heart. It's probably, for me, one of the better of the Disney live action remakes. Just a good fun time. And that's what I had. And I don't have any problem saying that. So are you gonna go see Aladdin? Are you gonna give the movie a chance? Or are you just one of those people who are like, nah man, I just can't support this? And hey, that's cool. You do you. And if you do see Aladdin, what did you think of it? And if you like what you see here in general and you're new here, subscribe and stuff. I talk about movies sometimes. And other random things in both current and retro nostalgia. Yay. Is that good? I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. I'm tired. It took me so much energy to get this video done. Oh, I got some wishes. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the camera still on? Bye!